Hi everyone! Welcome to our bread baking tutorial, where we'll guide you through making two mouth-watering bread flavors, pumpkin and sesame seed bread and banana walnut bread. These breads share the same batter, making it convenient to bake both using only one batter. Let's get started by gathering our ingredients. For the batter, you'll need 2 cups of bread flour or all-purpose flour, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, half teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of oil, 1.5 cups of warm milk, about 38 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 egg, and a few drops of fresh lemon juice. For the banana walnut bread filling, you'll need 1 ripe banana, a quarter cup of raisins, half a cup of walnuts, 1 tablespoon of shredded coconut flakes, optional, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar slash coconut sugar slash monk fruit sugar, optional. And for the toppings, you need 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds and a quarter tablespoon of sesame seeds for topping the pumpkin and sesame seed bread, and a quarter tablespoon of sesame seeds for topping the banana walnut bread. Now, let's begin preparing the dough. In a large mixing bowl, combine the all purpose flour, whole wheat flour, active dry yeast, salt, and sugar. Mix the dry ingredients well. Next, beat the egg in a small bowl and set it aside, keeping 1/3 of the egg mixture as egg wash for later use. Add oil, warm milk, about 38 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and a few drops of fresh lemon juice to the remaining 2/3 of the egg mixture in a separate mixing bowl. Mix the liquid ingredients well. Gradually beat the liquid into the flour mixture using a low speed mixer until blended. Then increase the speed to medium and beat the mixture for about 10 minutes. Turn the dough onto a floured surface and knead for 5 minutes until smooth and elastic. Shape the dough into a ball and place it into a greased large bowl, turning it to grease the top. Cover the dough with plastic wrap and let it rise in a warm place for about 1.5 hours or until it has doubled. You can then punch the dough. Transfer the dough onto a lightly floured surface and cut it into 2 equal parts. Cover and let it rest for 10 minutes. Here's how you can make banana walnut bread. For the banana walnut bread filling, mash the ripe banana in a bowl. Chop the walnuts and raisins and get the desired ingredients handy and put them aside. Roll one of the doughs into a 16-inch times 8-inch rectangle using a floured rolling pin. Spread the banana mixture evenly on top and sprinkle with raisins, walnuts, or any other desired ingredients. Roll up the dough from the long side and pinch the seam to seal. Once you're done rolling up the dough, fold it and you can cut it in half. Then cut each half into 6 pieces for a total of 12 pieces. Arrange the pieces on a baking sheet about 1 to 2 inches apart. Cover them with greased plastic wrap and let them rise warmly for 1 hour. Now it's time to learn how to make pumpkin and sesame seed buns. For pumpkin and sesame seed buns, divide the remaining portion of the dough into 9 equal pieces. Let it rest for 10 minutes for easier shaping. Then, shape the pieces into balls. Arrange the buns on a baking sheet around 1 to 2 inches apart. Cover them with greased plastic wrap and let them rise warmly for 1 hour. Preheat the oven to 355 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. After taking the buns and the bread out of the oven, Gently coat the pumpkin sesame seed buns with the egg mixture, giving them a gorgeous golden sheen. You should also coat the banana walnut breads with the egg mixture. Add a delightful crunch to the pumpkin and sesame seed buns by sprinkling a generous amount of pumpkin seeds on top of the batter. You should also add some sesame seeds. For the banana walnut bread topping, add a nutty twist by showering sesame seeds on top of the batter. Now, it's time to let your baking prowess shine. Pop the two baking pans into the oven and let the heavenly aroma of fresh bread fill your kitchen as they bake at 355 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 16 minutes. Once perfectly baked, remove the pans from the oven and let the buns cool on a wire rack before serving. Here's a little guide about how to store leftover bread. Should you anticipate consuming your leftover bread within the next 48 hours, room temperature storage is ideal. Simply wrap your bread in a clean kitchen towel or a paper bag and place it in a bread box or basket. This will guard against moisture accumulation on the bread surface while preventing it from drying out. If you do not intend to consume your leftover bread in the next few days, refrigeration is the best option. This will impede the growth of mold and maintain your bread's freshness for up to a week. To prevent moisture from penetrating and to prevent your bread from drying out, tightly wrap it in plastic wrap or aluminum foil. For sliced bread, it is recommended to store it in a resealable plastic bag. For longer term storage, freezing is the preferred option. Your bread can last up to 3 months in the freezer and remain palatable. Before freezing, wrap the bread tightly in plastic wrap or aluminum foil to avoid freezer burn. Slicing the bread beforehand will make it easier to retrieve the desired slices. We hope this video on how to prepare two types of bread from one dough and store your leftover bread has been useful. We hope you can enjoy your homemade bread for days to come. Check out our Medium blog for a written version of this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.